Welcome. This is the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, and we are so glad that you've made it to a calmer corner of your day. Here, we focus on real solutions, practical help, and the kind of encouragement we could all use a little more of. So let's get to it.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Senior Safety Advice Daily Podcast. Today we're going to talk about, it's the end of month reflection for February of 2026. And as I've been saying all month, February is Heart Health and Emotional Resilience Month. I'm Esther Kane, a retired occupational therapist and a certified aging in place specialist and a dementia care specialist as well. So the theme for this end of month reflection for February of 26 is love as a lifeline. Because when I look back over the past month, all the topics that we've talked about, heart health, stress, connection, sleep, laughter, they all circle back to one thing, and that one thing is love. Not the big dramatic kind, not the movie version, which we all know really isn't real, but the quiet, steady kind, the kind that shows up in small ways most every day. Things like checking in on each other, cooking a meal for a neighbor, a friend, a loved one, fixing a loose rug, or just fixing things without being asked to fix things, sitting with someone when words aren't needed. That kind of love keeps people going. I've seen it my whole career. People don't just survive on medication and routines. They survive on being cared about. And here's something that I've noticed over my years of caring for my own parents and, caring for my patients as an occupational therapist, is that when love is present, the body does better. And I'm going to go a step further and say that the body and the mind do better. People can tend to heal faster, they tend to cope better, and they tend to feel safer. And let's face it, safety is everything. And love definitely creates safety. It tells the nervous system, you're not alone, you matter, someone sees you, and everything is going to be okay. And when the body feels that, the heart softens, the breath slows down, and tension tends to ease. It's not sentimental, it's biological. I've seen seniors who were declining start to stabilize, not because of a new treatment, but because someone showed up consistently. Anything like a daughter calling every day, or a son, a neighbor stopping by, a caregiver who listened to a story, paid attention. Love changed that trajectory. And I've seen caregivers survive incredibly hard seasons, not because they were superhuman, but because love gave them a reason to keep going. If they can find the love for a parent, the love for a spouse, the love by a spouse, and love for family. But here's something that I think is very important with this topic. Love can be a lifeline for you, your loved ones, and your family, especially for family caregivers. So many family caregivers pour love outward and forget that they're allowed to receive it too. They end up running on empty. They push through situations on a daily basis. They tell themselves things like they'll rest later. But love doesn't ask you to disappear. Real love includes care for yourself. I've seen family caregivers reach breaking points to the point where they became physically ill, mentally ill, where they became incapable of caring for their loved one. And that is not what family caregiving should end up being, because it serves no one. And it's not because, and they didn't give up because they didn't care enough. They gave up because they cared too much for the other person, but not enough for themselves. And also, let's face it, a lot of family caregivers do the caring without support. And support of by others. I don't care if it's your neighbors, if it's your friends, but I mean better if it's your family, but that doesn't always happen. But support is love as well. Letting someone help, letting someone listen, letting yourself rest. That's why I'm such a big proponent of respite care. It's so important. And it's not being weak. It's sustainability. It's taking care of yourself so that you can continue caring for your loved one. So as we close out this month, I want to invite you to reflect gently, not with judgment, not with a to-do list, just reflection. Where did love show up for you this month? Maybe it was very obvious. Maybe you could see it. Maybe it was very subtle. Maybe you came home and the living room was vacuumed. Maybe you took your elderly mother to the doctor's appointment, and on the way back, she offered to buy you lunch somewhere. I mean, it could be anything. Maybe it could be just a moment of laughter. Let's spend some time watching this comedian or a funny movie, a shared meal, a kind word, a friend who stopped by just to stop by to see how you're doing, and they brought you a pie or a cake. All of those things are love. And then where did you offer love? To someone else? Probably a lot, but to yourself. And for seniors too, where did you offer love? To someone else? And where did you offer it to yourself? Even small moments matter. Love doesn't have to be perfect. It's not about perfection. It can be so powerful in the smallest ways. Sometimes love can even look like memory, remembering someone who mattered, remembering a time that you felt supported. That memory can still calm the body. The nervous system remembers that sense of safety, and that safety helps keep people going. So as this month ends, I want you to know you don't have to carry everything alone. If you're caring for someone, your love matters. If you're living alone, your need for connection matters. If you're tired, your rest matters. Love is not just something you give, it's something you deserve, and it can show up in very small ways. It can be a pause, a breath, a moment of kindness towards yourself. Those are lifelines. And as we head into a new month, where spring is often beginning for some places, you don't need a big plan. Just stay open to small moments of care, because those moments really add up. They steady the heart, calm the nervous system, and remind us why we keep going. Love doesn't fix everything, Lord knows that, but it carries us through, and sometimes that's exactly all that we need. Well, it's been a great month, February. I want to thank you again for being here with me. If today's episode gave you some useful insights or new ideas, then please share it with someone who you think might find it helpful as well. You can discover even more expert tips and helpful guides for seniors and caregivers at seniorsafetyadvice.com. And you can get a lot more information as well just by signing up to our newsletter at seniorsafetyadvice.com. And hey, if you're searching for an aging in place specialist, visit our website at aginginplacedirectory.com. You can find everything there from contractors to geriatric care managers to designers to all kinds of services and products that can help you to live as independently as possible for as long as possible in your home. And come back tomorrow for even more useful tips, insights, and ideas as we begin the brand new month of March, right here on the Senior Safety Advice Podcast. And hey, if you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube channel or the podcast channel, then please go ahead and do that right now, because that really helps us to reach more people who could use this kind of support and information. So until next time, take care of yourself and the ones that you love.
This podcast is part of our mission to help older adults live safely and independently. If you'd like to take the next step, visit aginginplacedirectory.com, where you'll find specialists, helpful resources, and inspiration to make every home your place to thrive.